Pisces, welcome back for your October reading. If you're wanting to make a booking, you can go to the link below. Also, if you're needing an emergency booking, just inbox me via the website and I can try and connect it for you. Also, look at your rising signs, because as we get older, sometimes, to get an overall read, it's best to look at all of them, because sometimes your direct sign won't directly relate to you, depending on what you're focusing on. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on with you guys. Now, I have pulled the majority of the read ahead of time, card-wise, but I am going to pull the romance side of it separately on screen. Your crowning energy of what's coming through is you're going to need to meditate on something. It might be away from family or getting grounded or having time to actually reflect upon some situations that have transpired. You're also meditating upon what you want from here, what you want that will bring you the best growth. Okay, so that's your crowning energy. Now the challenges are you able to get away to meditate on the situation? Because you've got, in some shape or form, you've felt hindered from making a decision, hindered from being able to, be in your own energy and walk your path and your truth of what you're wanting to do. But I will hyperlink them into the read to see how it directly relates. Now, also the challenges are, still having the integrity, but still being yourself. So it's like you're pulled in different directions. And it can be connected to a person who is still coming from a place of integrity or hadn't in the past. But what you're trying to meditate upon is how to keep the balance in these situations. Now, in the financial aspect of things, there may be pulls and draws on the funds connected to people who you love. Also, it may be you're trying to help someone who you do love. And it might be also that you're going on a holiday with the person you're in love with. Now, the money is going to be used on a love connection. This is quite prominent coming through in the read. And having a spiritual connection and meditating upon it. Meditating upon a family-related dynamic. This can be past tense or current energy in your life right now. And we are moving towards Venus retrograde, so this is quite relevant that this energy is coming through. Now, in your health department and emotion department, you're feeling emotional. And it's connected to an old chapter. Could be with the soulmate twin flame. A love connection. What you're not seeing. Now, it's strange. Your reading's kind of worked out different to the others. They've all been unique in their own way, but they've had a common theme. Now, something that you're not seeing is something hasn't changed. So what hasn't changed, or an old cycle hasn't changed, is because it's directly connected to family. And it could be someone that, wasn't walking in their truth, but is directly spiritually connected to you. In a sense of it's destined. So whoever this person is, be it they're in your life now or they left and they're coming back, it's you and the people who are in your life right now. And it doesn't have to be kin, but it feels there's a soul family. Spiritually speaking, again, number 11. Having an awakening, coming to a place where you're seeing things from a different perspective. Being quite balanced. But you need to trust in your crown chakra. It's almost like you're questioning it. It might be because it's directly connected to an emotional connection that's triggering you. So you're going to need the time out to get yourself completely grounded. It's not that you're not. It's that something is happening where you're being called upon. And I feel you quite reflective. Spiritually speaking, some of the choice might be out of your hands and you're having to meditate on it. And it might even be that you don't want to make a decision right now, that it's taken you by surprise and you're trying to just do a 360 and go, whoa, what has just happened? What's past? What is, what isn't? Very relevant for retrograde in Venus. You're critiquing yourself. You're almost feeling that, you know, will you learn? And I don't know why that's relevant. But I feel this is an old energy. It's the crowning energy within the romance. It might be you were looking at them this way, or you were evolving. So it's not a harsh energy. It's just trying to learn something, trying to listen to your intuition, trying to listen to your crown chakra. So it's not you don't have the information. It's you're trying to compile it together. At times you've felt like, what road do you go? Left or right, left or right? And you don't have the clarity right now. And again, you need to nurture yourself and be gentle. But do embrace the change, because something is changing. Something has changed. You're also balancing the yin and yang energy within you. And some of it you're giving to universe. You're saying, okay, if this is meant to be, show me. Okay, this person's trying to seek something. They're trying to, might be at a financial level, at a family related level. They're trying to bring everything together in their mind. Lots of changes are happening, but they haven't happened yet. They're still happening at the moment. And it's like they're getting signs from universe. You know, they're meditating upon it just as you are. Although these changes are happening, they're very uncertain about where it's going, how it's going to be, what it's going to look like, what you're going to say, how you'll react. And it may be to the way in which they've changed. They hold you in high regard. They feel very nervous. They actually feel semi-below you. They need to change that energy. They are very regretful of the past, but they know it's time for that change. Okay. Both of you have a soul contract together. Okay, you haven't quite got the clarity yet to make that final decision together, but you're moving away from your darkest fears, and that's within your own lives, very separate to the connection. It's sort of like we bring energy to the connection, so it's external energies coming in to a point where you've purged them and you're collecting them in and bringing them in. At times when you're so busy with these energies, it feels like you're alone or distant, but disconnected from sense of self. And the balance of the chemistry has been due to these circumstances. You're learning something through each other. It's like you're helping each other spiritually grow. You're also feeling, you know, I feel as though your energy was coming and going, gosh, you know, am I following my intuition? Am I crazy here? Yes, I know we've got this spiritual connection. It's not like you want to be free. You want a connection. You want a deep connection, but you want a correct connection with the, you know, with the passion and the nurturing and the energy to kind of make you more than you are. You both want this to be done the correct way. You're meditating upon how to apply that energy. But you're really reluctant in some shape or form. Now, this can be an external energy tempting, where you're going, do I take another path? Have I put enough energy into this situation for those of you who that's relevant? Or do I keep applying myself and trust in the higher universe that they're bringing this full circle? And yes, we have learned so much. We have spiritually grown. Both of you are choosing that you do need to set your course. So you're actually being quite strict on yourself. And that's why the pressure there is on the crown chakra. Because you do know spiritually you want a transformation in this connection. But you're also realizing that you need to have your own dreams inside and outside. You know, like a joint dream and a vision, as well as a separate dream. Both of you are feeling that your intuition and, you know, the world around you is leading where this goes. You're trusting in a higher energy to put you on a correct course. You have been through a lot, emotionally, spiritually, physically, for those of you who this is relevant. You're not understanding, though, you're unique and wonderful in your own energy. And I feel both of you are mirroring each other in that manner. Neither of you want to run the ship. You want an equal give and take. But you're also realizing things don't have to be hard either. And that not everything has a cost. Not everything has a price. You want it to be, again, you want the give and take to be mutual. You don't want to struggle. You don't want to fight it. I do feel it's either you or this person has gone through quite a bit. Because they almost feel like they're succumbing to the energy within the connection. Like they're not fighting it anymore. They're tired. They're weary. Now, if this is a past energy they dealt with and the relationship is flowing, it's their past energies of demons. Okay, so it's like the connection is still there. The communication is going to open up. If it doesn't, you're going to be your own worst enemies. Now, you might have felt at some point your life had been an enemy and that people around you had directly impacted this. Or that the lessons were the enemy. But it's giving you the clarity of where you're faithful and where you're not. And when I say faithful, I mean, where is your passion? You know, where is your drive? What are you wanting? You're questioning whether you want to walk down this road, though. And whether you want to keep this energy of communication open. But it is really getting you to a point where you're trying to gain that clarity. For some of you, there's two energies. Because I hear left and right. It may have been this person left and they're coming back for some of you and you're in a connection. But you're really making a head and heart decision of either how to rebuild and reignite the energy within the relationship in a passionate, loving way, in a give and take communication way. And let's build some dreams. But you're definitely, with the messages, it's like you're definitely listening to universe. You're like looking for signs. Trying to hear your higher self. Hoping that things will flow. And I feel both of you are trying to have the integrity in this situation. It's like you're mirroring each other. But there definitely is a soul connection. And you'll know who this person is. Strange. It's almost turned out to be a complete love reading. You do have deep, unconditional love. Even if situations had come about at some point in your life separately or with this person that were quite heavy, full of lessons. has made you emotional, and there is a deep emotional connection, and the love hasn't changed. Some of you don't want to start a new chapter. Some of you have already well and truly decided. The time out is to either be with the person, or it's connected to divine timing, or it'll be a physical trip with them to see where the energy takes you. And it is part of your destiny. Feeling not worthy of it won't change it. It'll trigger you to a point you have to address that. And it will never change. The energy can change so it flows and it's new. But the interconnection of it being a spiritual connection will never change your end, regardless of where you are. And there's potential for it to grow and to reach that next level. As you've grown, they are. But you need to learn to trust in your crown. You also do need to realise that as much as we give power to universe, the universe wants you to make the choice. And many, especially in a energy of a soulmate twin flame with the left and right, have had to really meditate on what they want, on what they're going to do from here. Are they going to choose? And there's no easy road. I can't say it's an easy road. It's more who is for your highest good. And you know, sometimes the easy road can be the wrong road, but it's got to be what you spiritually feel is correct, because there's lessons in each one of it. But you got to follow your intuition. You're worried about it. Sometimes we have to address our dark fears. But you've manifested it. It's just you're not realising it. Okay, I'll leave it there. If you are wanting to book a reading, as I said, you can go to the link. Otherwise, mid-month should be open by 12. They're focused just on romance. Otherwise, I'll talk to you then.